Hi guys. We're just gonna talk about the same thing that I talked about yesterday, and I have to reword my words here because I've mentioned some certain politicians, some certain religious organizations and entities. I will refer to them as politicians and religious entities. By the way, my dad brought this up to me, and so did my grandmother. So I just want to thank you. I just want to thank the both of you, to be honest. Uh, I don't know what else to say. What they told me just made me realize something that I really think I should reword my video. So here's a reworded version of my message. I might be adding more here too. I actually want to add more as well because there's just some missing parts in that video that I feel like I need to add more. So if you are watching this, if you are an international viewer, welcome. We are going to talk about the recent rallies and protests here in the country. So just to give you a bit of context, which I didn't do in the last video, recently we had there was a typhoon that ravaged the whole country, and I don't even know what happened, but there was just there were floods everywhere. Oh my gosh! Oh, I thought there was another typhoon. I was just checking this map over here. So there was a typhoon like months ago, weeks ago, that ravaged the whole country, and I believe the government was looking into the flood control funds. Like they were looking on why this hasn't happened. Why is it still flooding here? And they saw, I guess that what they saw is that in some politicians that are supposed to handle those flood control funds, it didn't go to the flood control, it went to them. And then what's worse is that as the time went by, and during that situation, posts of the children of these politicians suddenly started to pop up. That they were going to these places, they were going out of the country, they were going like to, I don't know, UAE, Japan, basta, everywhere around the world. And everyone was furious when they saw this. Everyone was mad when they saw this. So it was being investigated by the government. Honestly, I don't know what else happened. I guess I didn't really care. But prior to the protest, I kind of looked deeply into this. And when everyone was preparing for the protest, some people who have idols, the politicians, their idols, were planning to go to the protest to protest for their idol. Which is, I just went like, if you're gonna protest, why bother protesting if it's for your idol? Why bother going to the protest if it's for your idol? Like I said in my last video, this is for all of us. This is for you and me. This is for the Filipinos. This protest is for us. This protest is because we've had enough, This protest isn't for a politician. It's for you and me. And I guess I'm allowed to name drop these two people. So during the protest yesterday, I'm just gonna skip forward to the rallies and protests yesterday because that's it's the topic of this video. Vice Ganda, this artist here in the Philippines, well, I don't know what pronoun to use, but I guess they said that our president, Bongbong Marcos, should imprison every single corrupt government official in this country because we are paying them, we are supplying them, and that is true. Our taxes go to them. So imagine being the highest taxpayer. I believe my parents pay taxes, right? I believe you pay taxes. But just imagine when I start to pay taxes and I don't know where these are going, and one day I've just find out that my hard-earned money just go to these people's pockets. I would be furious. Wouldn't you be furious? Who wouldn't be furious? when your hard-earned money just goes to these people who spend it on random BS like this, and there's nothing for society, there's nothing to fix the ongoing issues within this country, wouldn't you be mad that this money could have went somewhere much better than what they're spending it on? And I want to go back to the protesting for a certain politician. If you are going to protest again, if you are going to protest for a certain politician, might as well not protest. Might as well not protest, because this protest is for us. This protest is for you and me. This protest is for all of us. We've had enough of these politicians. I want to keep repeating this. We've had enough. So if you're going to keep protesting about this politician, then might as well not protest, especially if this politician is corrupt themselves. Why would you protest for them? That's contradicting. That's very contradicting. And by the way, I don't believe in confidential funds, okay? I don't know why, but just want to bring that up. I don't believe in that. And there's also these certain religious organizations that tell the congregation to, defend this politician, defend that politician. You stand with the word of God, not with the word of man. You need to stand with the word of God. God could bring you down. You don't know that, obviously, because you're a politics-centered religious organization. God can bring you down. If you're a religious organization, it should stay moral, not political. We should be teaching moral lessons, not political lessons. You should be teaching the goodness of God. You shouldn't be siding with anyone. You should side with God. If you are for God, then you are for God. You are not for man. You are not for any politician. You are a religious organization. You claim that you are for God. But what am I seeing? Why are you protesting for this politician? You stand on the words of man. You don't stand for the words of God. Well, after all, I don't think they really do that, But my only point here is that we are one people. Gotta get my prop. Okay, I've done this in the other video, but look at this flag right here. This is the Filipino flag. So I want to give you, if you're an international viewer, I want to give you an insight. Not really an insight, but the meaning to this flag right here, our beloved flag. So I have a lot of these. I actually just got these from school because everyone just dropped it. Everyone didn't bring this home with them, so I just got it myself, I'm very patriotic. So this flag has meaning. So this one, blue. Okay, I'm gonna. I used to know the meanings here, but yeah. The only thing I know about this is that if it's flipped upside down, it means wartime. So the blue, I guess it represents, well, the white represents purity, the red represents, well, the blood that we have sacrificed. The blue, I believe it represents the sky, or the waters, because we're surrounded by the sea. This sun over here, that represents the 8 cities that were first occupied by the Spanish, and these 3 stars, they represent the 3 major islands in the Philippines: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So these are, the sun represents 8 rays. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 because again it represents the 8 cities that the Spanish have colonized. So I don't know if they got the meaning right, but yeah. See, my point here is that we are under one flag. We don't stand for any politician. When protesting, we stand on one flag. We stand for the Filipino. We stand for this. We are this. We embody this. We are Filipino. We must stay united if we're protesting. And I believe that maybe I was too harsh in the recent video, and that I called you guys stupid, and I apologize about that. I believe that we should have cooperation if we want to win against corruption. We need cooperation, not division. So if you are protesting for a certain politician, please put that aside for now. Cooperate with us. But if you don't want to put that aside, might as well not protest. But cooperation. We are under one country. We are one people. We are one nation. And that's the Philippines. We stay united. We won't be divided by anyone. Because this is for us. This is not for anyone. This is not for any specific politician. And I just want to tell you that I may admire some countries. I may admire some politicians outside this country. I admire Lee Kuan Yew, the founding father of Singapore. I admire... who else? That's the only good politician I admire so far. Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. See, he built Singapore from a swamp into a modern city. Singapore is my number one destination. Well, not really number one, but I want to go there someday. You guys want to go to Singapore, right? Because you want to experience good governance. Which is why I look up to Singapore, to Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. He did a lot of great things for Singapore. Recently they celebrated SG60, which is their 60th Independence Day. And it's been 60 years of progress for them. And I get that Singapore doesn't really have a lot of political freedom, like, they don't have any... protests are actually not allowed, and they're a one-party state. But besides that, they have been doing pretty well. And I'm not glazing, like, we should be a one-party state or something. I believe there should be political freedom. But like, imagine... I don't think this is even a dynasty at all. Imagine a political party being so good, they've stayed in power for years. Not because they forced the people to do so, it's because they're doing so good. If you just do so good, you'd stay in power. For years, the people will love you. And I believe that if you want to stay in power, for good reason, by the way, not for a bad reason. If you want to stay in power, and if you want to keep doing great things for your people, then you should do what benefits the people. You should do what the people needs. You should give what the people needs. I believe there should be equality, and I believe there should also be equity. Equality, we see everyone as equal. Equity would give the right amount to each people. If it's just equality, it would be, I don't know, like, how do I say this? So equality. So for example, I'm rich, or well, you're rich, I'm poor. The government says we each get 1 million pesos. So this means that with equality, you get another 1 million pesos, but you're rich and you get richer. I get 1 million pesos, but I just got rich. So like, do you see like the contradiction there? I don't even know if it's called a contradiction. But I believe that there should be equality and equity. I also look up to other countries like France, not with their very chaotic politics lately, but I look up to France because of the revolution they had. Vive la révolution, vive la république. J'aime le pays France. I forgot my French. I like French high-speed trains. And when I become president, I want to specifically partner with France, with Alstom, with SNCF, to build high-speed trains here in the Philippines. That's how much I love this country. I want high-speed trains around the country that will take you to the most beautiful parts. Beautiful parts of this country. Not beautiful farts. Beautiful parts. And if a flight takes less than 2 hours, we should take the high-speed train instead. That's what they did in France. But I don't know. I guess I don't really need to be a politician to do something good. I believe we could start small. I could even be a journalist. Honestly, I just want to get the word out there. Everyone should know about this, which is why I always set my viewers here in Facebook to like global, you know, because I want everyone to hear about this. It should not be just limited to us. It should be limited to everyone. Sure, we may be an unknown country to some countries, but they need to be aware that this is happening in another country, and it could happen to theirs. And we need to, we need to bring them awareness before it happens to their country. It's probably happening to their country now, but it's just a feeling that, oh look, another country is also feeling this. Don't you feel like there's some solidarity in a way that you're feeling this, I'm feeling this, we can stand against this? Again, one country, one people, one nation, we stay united. If you think about protesting for a certain politician, please put that aside for now. Please cooperate with us in protesting against corruption. We are one country, one people, one nation. That's the Philippines. I have like 6 Philippine flag in my room right now. I guess I'm a patriot after all. Just look at this. Honestly, these are just replacement flags if my main flag breaks, which I will do the proper procedures on how to dispose the flag. By the way, it's either you burn it or you bury it. But I think I should bury it. Like burning it will send a different message. But yeah. So again, one people, one nation. We stand united against corruption. Not for any politician, just for you and me and all the Filipinos. Anyways, that's a video for now. If there's any international viewers here, I hope that you learned something new, and I hope that you are aware of this. And to any country out there, if you're in a politically chaotic country, I hope that this may give you this may prepare you for what's about to happen in your country, because who knows what could happen in your country. And I also want to tell everyone that please don't stay silent about this. I believe that these organizations and these politicians are actively trying to keep people silent, but we put them in, we can also take them out. We voted them in, we can also vote them out. I also want to add more, by the way. There were these certain protesters yesterday who weren't really doing anything, they were just destroying stuff. And they literally looted and broke a window of a hotel, of a Sogo hotel. So I was like, it's the weirdest thing to... It's the weirdest thing to loot. There's the weirdest place to loot, honestly. Weirdest place, not weirdest thing. That's the weirdest place to loot in an anti-corruption protest. What you should do is you should go to the houses of these corrupt politicians instead, and go in the front gates and tell them that they should be held accountable for their actions. You're not going to Sogo Hotel. You're not gonna go there. That's weird. That's a really weird thing to do. You're gonna go in front of a hotel in an anti-corruption protest and you're gonna protest there? That's weird. So again, please, I beg of you, to the people who are watching this, I beg of you, okay? We are one people, we are one nation, We stand united against corruption. We are not going to protest for someone. We are going to protest for the Filipinos and for our own. This is your life and mine. Yes, I'm quoting off Lee Kuan Yew. Actually, this could apply to any country. This is your life and mine that we're fighting for, not for the politicians. We put them in, we take them out. Anyways, that's it. I finished my. I'm just gonna finish it here. Goodbye.